Hello everyone and welcome back. With Nikon's recent announcement of their Nikon ZR cinema camera, many people are wondering and curious about where this camera might fit into their workflow. Now, I won't tell you if you should buy this camera or not, that's not something I can answer. But I thought I'd share my thoughts on why I recently made the pre-order for this Nikon ZR. Just a quick recap for those who are not familiar with the Nikon ZR. This is Nikon's first video-focused or cinema-focused camera in their lineup in collaboration with Red. Red is the professional cinema camera manufacturer that Nikon acquired back in 2024. The Nikon ZR is the first camera from the two manufacturers forging their strength into one package. Now, I won't dive into the specs of this camera. There are plenty of other YouTube videos that you can view for that, but here is a quick rundown that you can pause the screen to view them. I recently went to a Nikon ZR launch event here in Toronto, so I was able to briefly check out what this camera was all about. Earlier, I mentioned that this was Nikon's first video-focused camera. Now you might be asking yourself, well, all of their previous mirrorless cameras also do video, so how is the Nikon ZR any different? I think the best way to describe this camera is this. All of the previous mirrorless cameras from Nikon have been hybrid cameras. They are essentially photo-centric cameras with the ability to do video. Now, on the other hand, Nikon ZR should be considered more a video-focused camera with the ability to do photos. So if you're trying to decide whether to get the Nikon ZR or the Nikon Z6 III, for example, just think of what you will prioritize the camera for. The Nikon ZR has specific features geared towards video creators. A larger 4-inch screen on the back, which I will add looks absolutely amazing. No EVF, which I know will take some time for me to get used to because I use my electronic viewfinder quite a bit on my Nikon mirrorless cameras. Live LUT viewing with View Assist, which allows you to instantly see what your styles will look like on your photos and videos as you film them. And Red RAW support, which brings in a 12-bit version of the sought-after 16-bit color science from high-end Red cinema cameras, and many other features. Now, why did I pre-order the Nikon ZR? Well, as a photographer, I currently have the Nikon Z6 III, Z8, and the Z9. The Z8 and 9 are always with me and on shoots, and I bought the Z6 III primarily for 3 reasons. The flexible picture control, which allows you to color grade your photos and videos in camera. The 240 frames per second that allows you to see the intricate details and behavior of your subject, and a smaller form factor for easy carry during longer hikes and travel. The Nikon ZR, having a similar sensor to the Nikon Z6 III, share many of the same features. The flexible picture control, which also includes the red color science, the 240 frames per second, and the smaller form factor. So my thought process was that I can replace my Nikon Z6 III with the Nikon ZR because many of the overlapping features are essentially the features that I liked about the Z6 III to begin with. Not to mention, the Nikon ZR has other features that I'm quite excited about. The 32-bit float audio directly in camera, so you no longer have to worry about clipping audio. The digital hot shoe, which opens a whole new category of accessories, and that super bright 4-inch LCD screen in the back. Now, it's true that the Nikon ZR does not have a mechanical shutter, further differentiating itself from the Nikon Z6 III, but the Nikon Z8 and Z9 also do not have a mechanical shutter, and I've had no issues with that so far. I do feel like the Nikon ZR is truly a new line of camera from Nikon, and it is a camera where I want to experience and grow with as well. I feel like the features set for the Nikon ZR are ideally suited for solo videographers like myself, who rely on features that perhaps cinematographers on set may not necessarily need. Things like in-body image stabilization and compactness come to mind. And for myself, I find that the lack of certain features like the full-size HDMI port, I hope that after some use, this will be mitigated by the fact that we have a super bright and large 4-inch screen on the back. I plan to dedicate the Nikon ZR solely for my video uses and here for my YouTube channel as well, and perhaps even bringing it on my travels. I'm really excited about where Nikon is going in the cinema line, and I personally think this Nikon ZR is only the beginning of their venture into the cinema world. I'm truly excited where this will take me, and I hope you will enjoy the results as well. So what do you think? Is the Nikon ZR something you would consider? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.